Hello everybody, Mr. Mike here with a review of this, or should I say this. It's the wireless keyboard for the Xbox One controller. It's not an official Xbox One product, but it is by a company called Dolby Fomus Electronics. Never heard of them. They're probably a Chinese company if I'm looking here correctly. I'm just gonna double check. Yeah, well, it's made in China, like everything. So it doesn't really matter if they're a Chinese company or not. But, you know, it's basically a ChatPad for your Xbox One controller. Now, I'm sure you remember these things, you know, the official ones from Microsoft that they sold for 40 bucks. Right now, you can't even get them in a store. You can't, it's hard to find them. I was looking, and I couldn't find them in the stores. And if I did, either if they were new or used, they're like 45, 50 bucks for just this little thing. And how many times a day do you use this? Well, nowadays you might be using it a little bit more because, you know, we got a game called Borderlands 3 out, and you know that annoying little thing called those shift keys. Well, I don't know about you. I don't want to be entering in shift keys by doing this. Going on the keyboard, entering in the shift key with a regular controller, I don't care how fast you are, it's annoying, especially if you got many shift keys going on. And maybe you don't want to use your phone and use the Xbox app, or not the Xbox app, the Shift app that you can use. Well, it's not the app, I think it's on their website. I didn't like using that either, because that you don't know if it works or not, or it's guaranteed to work. But this will work. And this is a third party, of course, ChatPad. It doesn't have any of the official Microsoft stuff on it, so you're gonna be lacking in the official Microsoft like home switch. It's got no recording, you know, special stuff. I'm sure the Xbox One ChatPad has, but it does have a connection. It has actually a dual connection. I didn't even see that on the bottom. It has the connection just like any, you know, ChatPad would, where you take this, plug it into your Xbox One controller, and you got to plug in this little USB dongle, which this is originally why I did not want to get this, because I'm like, I don't want to have to plug in a USB dongle. But then I was thinking, when do I ever use the front USB port on my Xbox One controller? I have an Xbox One S model, and it has the blue, you know, a little USB port in the front of it. And I'm like thinking, when have I ever used that? I never. I use the back ones. I use the one of the back ones for my external hard drive, but I don't use that at all. So I figured, what the hell? I'll get this. So it has this nice little black, barely can see it when you plug it into your console, matches perfectly into the console. Make sure you take it out because you won't be able to plug this in. I tried doing this earlier. I was testing it out. I'm like, why is this not going in here? And I'm like, oh, stupid Mr. Mike, you forgot to take the USB dongle out of the thing. And then I finally figured it out. I'm like, oh, yeah, stupid me. So, but it's really nice. Really feels sturdy. You know, it's plastic. It feels sturdy, but probably feels just like your Xbox One official Microsoft ChatPad. And the best part is you can get this on Amazon. I know I'm doing a plug for Amazon. I don't know if they sell this elsewhere, but that's where I get most of my stuff, on Amazon. Amazon has it right now for $16.99. Free Prime shipping, of course, and free easy returns. It even says that in the description here. I know you definitely can't see this, but I'm going to hold it up anyways. Maybe you can see it. See? Maybe not? Okay. Well, I'll find out in the video because I can't see myself right now. I'm just doing it in the camera. But $16.99, free Prime shipping, you know, and free easy returns. You know, that's not a bad deal for me. You know, if it didn't work, I wouldn't use it. But tried it out, used it, works flawlessly. Feels just like the chat pads I used to use on the 360 because I love my chat pads. And you never know, if you don't want to use the chat app on your Xbox, on your app on your phone or something, it's great to have the chat with people if you don't want to talk to them. But if you also want to talk to them, it has your headset connection right there, and it also has another USB like plug-in, like if you want to plug in a ChatPad into a ChatPad or something else, or oh, maybe that's for if you want to put in one of those special headsets that you got to use the USB thing. So it actually has the connection port in the front of that. So this powers this, which also can power other accessories. Pretty nice, eh? They thought of a lot of good stuff with this. Like I said, because the signal, I guess, the proprietary signal that is used for whatever, I don't know. I don't know why this ChatPad just doesn't work plugged into the controller and using the controller to beam the signal back and forth for the chatting. Don't know why. I'd have to ask a Microsoft guy on that or gal. But still, all in all, this is a small USB dongle, easy to plug in. What you do first, excuse me, what I recommend, plug in the USB dongle first into your console, because at first I plugged this into the controller first, and then I plugged in the USB dongle, and it seemed to not recognize it. So what I had to do is shut down the console, and I plugged in the USB dongle, turned on the console, and then plugged this in, and it seemed to work perfectly fine. And once that's plugged in forever, you just can plug in and unplug, connect and unconnect your ChatPad at will, and it will work. So easy, has your audio connection on there and stuff, just like the controller. Just pop it in, just like that. It's on there, nice and secure and sturdy. You could do your little chatting, whatever you want to do. Gaming, it feels really nice on my palms of my hand here. A lot of support, doesn't get in my way, but if you feel like you don't want it, just easily unsnap it. A little bit of pressure because it wants a good connection to it, so it's a little but nothing much. And for some reason, if you don't want to use you're never going to use a chat headset or anything on here, it has this cool little chat headset thing. You pull it off, it's a little rubber on the back side of this. You can pull this, and you can pop this. Look at that. You can pop out you pop in and hide your audio connection. So you could just plug this in to your Xbox One controller just as is. Look at that. Even though I like to plug in the audio jack into it anyways, because I feel like for some weird reason I feel like it'll give it a better connection, or it'll give it a better sturdiness to it, but there's nothing wrong with it. See? Nothing wrong. The only thing you hear is my controller, because this is a broken controller. Don't ask me. I'll tell you later in a podcast if you listen to one of my Games Attack audiocast. I kind of broke my controller. Yeah. So this is just going to be a test controller for peripherals and stuff like that, but works perfectly fine. I love it. It's got the nice rubber feel to it. Doesn't feel cheap or anything. It feels really solid. And when I was using it to type in my shift keys and stuff onto my Xbox One, it really did an enormous amount of time saver right there. And especially if you got keys that don't work anymore and all that, and shift codes. That's what I mainly bought it for, because I knew in Borderlands 3 I am going to be trying to do a lot of shift codes and stuff like that, or if I want to enter in like a redemption code onto Xbox Live, because we don't have the cameras anymore, the Kinect cameras anymore, to do any of that, and they don't utilize that anymore for any of that. So something that I kind of liked as a feature is not a feature anymore. So and I don't want to be entering codes and chatting and doing all this stuff just via the controller, and I don't want to use my apps or anything. So having a ChatPad can really help you out. And for only $16.99, $17 plus whatever state sales tax you might have, and free shipping if you're a Prime member, and if it doesn't work for you or you don't like it, you can return it for free. What's the problem? There's no problemo here. Like I said, solid everything. It works solidly. I was typing, I was chatting with people with little messages on it and stuff. I didn't use the headset yet on it, I can tell you that, but I'm pretty sure it works fine, because it's just basically headset connection, and it just gives it a longer connection port to that. There's nothing really big on it. The ChatPad, it does not light up. People are wondering if the ChatPad lights up. It does not light up, but it does have, what is it? Yeah, it doesn't have any of that. I was just reading the back of the box. Yeah, the chat pad does not light up. Maybe the Xbox One official one does. Maybe that's a difference. I think and I'm not gonna don't quote me on this. I think my 360 chat pad did light up when I used it, but don't quote me on that. But this doesn't. But if you're gaming in pitch black, anyways, I don't know. I like to have a little light in the room, better for your eyes. But totally works. Totally feels great. Easy to pop off and pop back in. If I want to take this, like I said, get the audio jack back out. It's in there good. So you pop it up, pop this, put the rubber back on. I want to use it to chat. Slap it back on there. Now give it a good, it doesn't hurt your controller or the chat pad at all. And look at that. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. And that is the wireless, they call it the wireless keypad. What does it say on the Amazon listing here? Xbox One keyboard, Predicto wireless chat pad, message game keyboard, 2.4 gigahertz receiver keypad for Xbox One controllers. I call it the unofficial Xbox chat pad, but it's by Predicto. Why doesn't it say Predicto? It says Dolby Formos Electronics. I guess, I don't know. Because this says Predicto. So if you go on Amazon.com and you type in Predicto Xbox One keyboard, wireless chat pad, I'm sure you'll find it. $16.99, free returns, all that great stuff. What can go wrong? It's beautiful. And like I said, you take it off. You want to store this away or something. Take this Bluetooth. It has a little Bluetooth, it's a little dongle port. There, look at that. Easy to put away. Really nice to store and all that. And then when you want to use it, make sure you take it out. Unlike me, where I forgot to take this little sucker out. But yeah, nice little storage compartment. I like this. It's very, very cheap. Saved me like probably $30-something plus if I wanted to get the official one. And it works just fine. And all I use is one USB port. So if you guys got any comments, questions for me on this device, if you got, especially questions, if you got more on it, just ask away. Ask away on my YouTube comment section. Ask away by emailing me, tweeting me. All that stuff is going to be at the end of the video. So I'm Mr. Mike. This has been the unofficial, what it says here, Dolby or Predicto wireless chat pad, as I call it, for the Xbox One controller. And I give it definitely 2 thumbs up. So everybody, have a great day, and game on, game hard, world conquest. I'm pushing this gaming button. This show is now game over.